Shalom Israel, this is your brother Yazriela from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And I'm doing these lessons in the ability that the Most High has given me. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Rakakitash, and Yahweh being the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya. It's Yahweh, the creator of all, the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, signally speaking. And we give double honors to our elders in GMS where we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down in the highways and the byways, giving the 100% truth. Shalom to you and your households. And shalom to the 1/3 of the house of David, the elect of the nation of Israel. They're about to be saved. Shalom to you. And shalom to the speckled birds among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, but return to the house of Israel and are being edified by these videos. Shalom to you. So, as you can see here, this is a very true image that I saw, and I was like, wow, this is a lesson right here. Because when we're young, we are taught many things according to religion, right? And we all had similar types of religion here growing in the Western Hemisphere, which you would call the United States or Mystery Babylon, okay? And what do they tell us in what you would call Christianity or Catholicism? That everything that is bad is of the devil, and he's this individual that lives under the ground and that is going to poke you for the rest of eternity. Now, I know there's some people that still believe in this, but there's nowhere to be found in the scriptures. There's no verse about hell, how Satan looks or described. There's nowhere I could read about it. So if you're a Christian or Catholic, you still believe in this, please give me a verse where I could, read this so I can understand it better. Because, like everything, these doctrines can't hold water, It's full of holes. So, like I said, when you're young, you believe in this, but in reality, when you grow up, you find out that the true devils are the people that are running everything in the world, and they don't have a fork, and they don't have horns, but they're just as evil. Okay? So, I'm going to read about these people because in the scriptures, they are known as the Edomites. And the Edomites are being exposed as we speak all over the world. Okay? And everybody's finding out the truth of the Bible for once. Okay, so let's go to the scriptures. And this is Ezekiel 35:2. Well, let me just start at 1 already, just so I could. This is, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir. And Mount Seir was the ancient homeland of the Edomites, which would today be modern day Jordan, and it would be Petra. Many of you guys would recognize Petra from Indiana Jones or Transformers. They put in those movies, and that's the original beginnings of the Greco-Roman Empire. If you see their columns and everything like that, that's who built those things. Not the they want to tell you they're the Arabs, right? Who were later the people that took over that place. So Mount Seir today would be here in America. The majority of the people who run the military and the money, they are here in the United States. So Mount Seir would be here, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and will make thee most desolate, right? Because the Lord has continually bringing these empires of these people down from the time of the Greeks, the Romans, right, the British, the Spanish. They'll reign for a while, and then the Lord brings them down. They build, the Lord knocks it down, right? And this last time they built, which you would call here so-called America, on the backs of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the Lord is about to knock this place down for good. Okay? He's going to make it desolate, just like he did everything he has. I will lay thy cities waste. Okay? And this is what you would call from New York to Los Angeles. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel. What did they do? 1492, they came here. They took the natives, right, enslaved them, transported them to Spain and all over the world. And when these people got sick from all the diseases these dirty bastards had, right, 90% of the population was killed off, all the way from North, South, Central America. And so what do they have to do? They had to bring our brothers, the so-called Jews, which you would call African Americans today, from the west coast of Nigeria, west coast of Africa. So this is what he's talking about, the blood of the children of Israel. By the force of the sword, they brought us to our knees, to the fact that we don't speak the language we spoke. We don't have the culture we had. We don't know exactly our language, our culture, but the Lord has given us all that back and much more, brothers and sisters. So you have to know that this is all biblical prophecy unfolding as we speak. So we were forced by the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Because really, our punishment has already come to an end, but this bastard is drawing it out longer because he doesn't want to fall. He knows he's got but a short time, but he's going to go down kicking and screaming like the Edomites he is. Like his forefather cried when his blessing was given away, when he already had given it away. Right? Verse 6. And therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh, power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right? Because they go all over the world and kill, rape, and steal. Right? Korea, Vietnam, right? South America. There's a list of countries that you would be surprised where they have had and toppled governments just to take the resources, the land, the rights. Why do you think America's rich? Because they're the most honest people? No, because they're the most crooked people that exist and steal with three hands. So blood is upon them. The Lord already has said this. So how is the salvation is for everybody, but the Lord is already saying that blood is going to follow them. And shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate. Because the United States, okay, when the Lord returns, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which many of you call Jesus Christ, when he comes back, he's utterly destroying the United States forever. Okay? And he's using nuclear thermal bombs, ICBMs, to do it. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. And this is talking about World War III. Okay? Because in World War III, all these children of America are going to die. And if any of you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans sign up for this white man's army, then you're a fool. You're a stupid fool. Because we've never gotten anything out of it. World War I, they hung our forefathers that came back from fighting from France and England in their uniforms, and what would they do? They hanged them from the telephone poles in those uniforms. World War II, we weren't allowed or given any loans. Okay? Just like the white man was given every right, but we weren't given no rights. Korea, the same thing happened. So Vietnam, like I said, history repeats itself. All the last wars that happened. Look at where all these elite soldiers that fought for America. Go look in the streets. They're all living there. This is a shame of a country that treats their vets like shit. These are the people that have bled and fought for this place, and you treat them the worst. I would never, ever join this man's army. At one point I had that concept, because, you've been indoctrinated as a child. You watch all these movies like G.I. Joe, Cowboys and Indians, and you've been indoctrinated, Rocky IV, that America's the best and the strongest, but in fact, they'll use you and throw you out like garbage. Go talk to any vet before you sign up. Go to talk to any vet. They'll tell you what it is, man. You don't have to believe me. I'm nobody. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men, in thy hills. And the hills is talking about governments, small governments. And in thy valleys and in thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee perpetually, okay? And that's perpetually is ongoing, forever. I will make thee perpetually desolate. So these people were never going to reign again, brothers and sisters, okay? So don't be afraid to speak your mind. These people are done. This place is done. Go talk to the people from Helene and Milton. And they know what time it is now, man. Ain't nobody helping them. I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh. Because thou hast said these two nations, because what are they enslaved? The so-called Jews, all right? And the so-called 10 tribes, both kingdoms. And at this moment, we are being unified by the Lord, bringing those two nations together, as it said in Ezekiel 37, and we'll go close with that. And these two nations and these two countries shall be mine, and will possess it, whereas the Lord was there. Okay, so let's prove that. Let's go to Ezekiel 37 and show that the Lord is unifying the tribes of Israel. We're that dry valley of the bones. There it is. Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah, that's the southern kingdom, these so-called Negroes, and for the children of Israel, the 10 tribes, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, okay? And Joseph would be the head tribe for the 10 tribes of the nation of Israel. The stick of Ephraim, which Ephraim would be the so-called Puerto Ricans, they're the head of the kings of the northern kingdom. And for all the house of Israel, his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And where? Here it is. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, because the children of Israel are scattered among what? These Gentiles. We were once called Gentiles. Whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. That's talking about what you would call Jesus Christ, Yahushua Mashiach, shall be king to them all, and they shall be no more two nations, neither shall they be divided into kingdoms anymore. Beautiful, brothers and sisters. So, if you see, we're talking about this, but I guess we'll bring up one more verse to show you that these people have been given dominion of this whole world by the creator of heaven and earth, but their time has come to an end. Let's close out with this. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. And according to Malachi 1 and 2, the wicked are the Edomites, so-called Caucasian people today. People that are calling themselves white when they are not white. They are red. That's what Edom means. Red. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges. Who put the so-called white Jesus all over the earth? That's not what he looks like. The Bible tells you he's a man of color, a dark color. Okay, and these people have changed that. Okay, since the time of the Renaissance, they changed all the images, all the paintings, right? Which would call iconoclasm. These people did it, right? The Caucasian people did it in the Renaissance, the rebirth of them. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If these people aren't the wicked, show me where and who are they. So they are, brothers and sisters. The true devil that walks the earth has been hated by the Lord, and he's about to go down. And this place which you call America is going down with it, because this was the place of our captivity. The place, this was our Egypt, just like our forefathers, for our wickedness. And Egypt there's no need for Egypt no more. It's about to go down, because we're about to get delivered, and these people are about to get knocked off their horse. And let's get that image, because I said that they're about to get knocked off their horse. And here you go. Okay, these people are prideful. Okay, and they are on the horse at this moment. They're in power. That's what represents the horse, power. And who do you have at his right hand? So-called Northern Kingdom, 10 tribes, right? That he enslaved them. And then who do you have on his left hand? So-called Judah, so-called Negroes, all right? But he's about to be brought down. His time is up. The devil has but a short time, and they know it. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Rakakadash, and we give double honors to others in GMS. And he has eyes can see. Shalom.